Good morning class and welcome to your SST class. And today's date is 21st December 2020. Your subject is SST. According to your UT second syllabus, today I am going to start a new chapter. This chapter is chapter 15. And chapter 15 is our water resources. Hope all of you completed now your work till chapter 14 in books and copies. Yes or no, students? Yes, na? Very good to all. To complete your work on time. And one more thing, student, all of you learn now all things, especially book exercises. Okay, students? Then come to the today's class topic. Chapter 15. This is our water resources. Water resources. Hopefully, all of you open your books. Student, open your book, page number 91 in your SST book. First, open your book, everyone. Page number 91 to 94. First 10 minutes, all of you read this chapter properly. Okay, student? Read it. Everyone read it. Okay? After 10 minutes, all of you watch this video again. Okay? What is the meaning of this chapter? Our water resources. It means in this chapter, we will read about what is the water, what is the sources of water, and what is the uses of water, and how we conserve this water. First come to this point. What is water? Water. Hope all of you read this chapter. All of you read now, na? Yes, very good student for your reading. Water. Water, it is a natural resources. It is a natural resources. Okay. And we make it? No, na. We cannot make it. Because it is a natural resource. And it is gift for our nature. It is a gift for our nature, and our God is give this gift. Okay, and we live in which planet, students? Which planet? Tell me, anyone. Our planet name is Earth, and Earth is also called blue planet because only water is present on our earth, and life is possible with it. Without water we cannot live. Without water we cannot think about the life. All living things need water to survive, to live. Both are same. Okay. And what is the uses of water? Uses of water. Uses of water. Tell me, student. First, drinking. Yes or no? Yes, na? Drinking. Your mama is cooking food with the help of water. Without water, she can make food. No, na? Cooking. Very good. Bathing. Bathing. Yes or no, students? Bathing. Cleaning and washing your clothes. Cleaning. Planting. Yes, you know, student, different things we can do with the help of this water. Okay, these are the general uses of water. It means life is not possible without water. Yes, you know. Yes, no? Okay, very good, student. And listen, student, our country mainly mostly people are lived in village area. So in our country, the main occupation of the people is agriculture. Yes, you know this word is agriculture, and the farmers need to irrigate their field with water. When we are eating some food like that rice, wheat, that things are grow in the fields. Farmers grow these grains and they irrigate their field with the help of water. Okay, it means the main occupation of the majority of the people in India, that is farming. And in farming there is need too much water. Okay, in the ancient time, the people depend for farming only rainwater. Here I am tell you some sources of water also. After that I am explaining that sources of water. Sources of water. Sources of water are mainly three types of sources of water. First is rainwater. Rainwater. Then second is surface water. Surface water. And third one is, that is groundwater. Groundwater. This word is R. Okay. What is the rainwater? First point is here. Look at here, everyone. Students, pay attention. Rainwater. When we get water from rain, this is called rainwater. And this is the main source of water on our earth. Then surface of water. When we get water from the surface of earth, that water is called surface water. Here is the example of ponds, lakes, stream, and stream, river also, and sea or ocean. Both are same. Sea and ocean water is salty water. This is the example of surface water. Okay. This water is not used for farming because this water, sea and ocean water, is salty. Okay, but all water is the fresh water. Then third point is, that is groundwater. Where we get it? Think about it, student. When we are digging, by the digging wells in village area, you all of you looking some hand pumps also, and you in your home, students, at your home, when you open the tap, the water is coming now. Where we get it? It means in your home there is a boring water, and like that submersible, that water is come to the at your home with the help of different pipes, connection of pipes. Yes, you know. Yes, no. This is the example of the groundwater. Here I mention all the examples also, like that hand pumps, wells, and submersible water also. Okay, these are the example of sources of water. These points are clear now, hopefully, students. After that, in the ancient time, the farmers are only depend with the rainwater. Okay, and sometime throughout the year there is no rain. That time, what are the farmers do? what are the farmers do? Because they are that time totally depend on the rainwater, and they need different season to different types of varieties of crops they are grow now, and they have to need different crops to irrigation. For using of irrigation to they need to water. Okay, so the arrangement of this irrigation, the arrangement of this water, the farmers using this water, surface water, sometimes they are used now, some ponds water, lakes water, stream water, and after if there is this possibilities is not there, the farmers use now this groundwater also. They are using now the well water, they are using now submersible water to irrigate their fields, and they grow different types of crops. Okay students, then means of irrigations. Come to the next topic. Hopefully all of you understand these points, and everyone note down these points in your rough copy also. Don't write these things in your fair copy. Okay students, their fields, and they develop different means of irrigation. Here in your book there are three types of irrigation method. That is, first is canals. This water is surface water, na? Okay. Then tubewells, that is the groundwater, tubewells, and tanks also. Tanks, in tanks they store some water. Okay. First I am discuss here canals. Canals are built to, here is the picture of canals. In your book, look at here everyone. This is the picture of canals. Canals are the channel built to divert the river water to far for fields. Okay, and this is the good network of canals in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bengal, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Okay, okay, and in our country, which canal is largest canal? Tell me student. Tell me students. Indira Gandhi canal, na? And that is very good. In which state for irrigating the field? In which state? That is Rajasthan. Yes, na? You remember it? Yes, very good. Then move to the second is, this is the picture of tubewell. Look at here. Tubewell. Student, this is the picture of tubewell. And this water is goes in the different fields. And this water irrigate the fields. Okay. This is the picture of tubewell. And it is the example of groundwater by the digging wells. And this water come on the this surface with the help of pipes. Okay. Wells and tubewells we see here in this picture in your book. In mostly in village area, the underground water is used through the wells and tubewells, and this water is used for irrigating the fields. Okay, and with the electric pump. Okay, look at here both pictures, and which states this type of wells and tubewells are helpful. That is used in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat, Maharashtra and Rajasthan is also. Look at here. Okay, and they fulfill, these things are very useful for our farmers to irrigate their field. And third is, according to this, third is, that is tanks. Look at here. What is a tanks? Tanks are mainly formed in the hilly areas and plateau region. This is the picture of tanks. Here is the one square circle shaped space, and that is filled with water. It means the farmers store the rainwater in this tanks. Okay, and in these areas it is not possible to digging wells, because in hilly areas there are too much mountains. Their soil is not soft. That's why the people are not digging tube wells and wells. So they store this rainwater, this type of, in the help of this tank. Okay, and which state the people irrigate their field with the tank water? That is Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Look at here, students. This is a dam. And what is a dam? Dam, it is a strong walls or the barriers made to concrete. Concrete, it is a small little stones and steel to control the flow of water in the river. That is dam. Okay, and this dam water is used to many using things. Okay, the dam water is regular supply of water for the canals, and dams have been built across the mainly rivers. In our country there are different dams are built also. In this chapter we will discuss about different dams, and dams are also called multi-purpose project. Dams are an dams are also called, it is also called multi-purpose projects. What is the meaning of this word? Multi-purpose project. It means the dam's water is used for many purpose. This water is used for irrigating the fields. This water is used to making the electricity. Okay, and dense water is also control the floods. Okay, and we can store water in dams, and that water we using now different purpose. So dams are called multi-purpose projects. Okay, everyone read these points very carefully in your book. These 4 points. Look at here, students. This picture is a dam's picture. Look at here. Okay, and these 4 points, everyone read this. And here is one word, is new word, that is hydroelectricity. What is the meaning of this word? Hydroelectricity. Okay, what is the meaning of this word? Hydroelectricity. Electricity, it means electricity generated by water. It means the electricity that is made by water, that is called hydroelectricity. Okay, our first, tell me students, our first prime minister, who is? Tell me the name. Any student tell me who was our first prime minister? Tell me. Our first prime minister was Mr. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, and he was called the dams temple of modern India. Why? Because the dams are multi-purpose. That's why he said the dams are called temples of modern India. It means that is very useful for our modern India. And we are living in modern India now. Yes, you know? Yes. And here is the different kinds of dams in our country. That is first Bhakra Nagar Dam. That is built in which river? Student, underline this line in your book and all of you learn it. Bhakra Nagar Dam, that is built on Satluj River, and it is the highest dam in the world. Underline this line. Okay, and it forms the huge lakes called the Govind Sagar Lake. So everyone underline this line, and here is the picture of the Bhakra Nagar Dam. Look at here everyone. Bhakra Nagar Dam, it is the highest dam in our, look at here everyone. Okay, and this dam is provide water and electricity to which state? That state is Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh and Delhi is also. And here is the different picture. This is the Tehri Dam. Tehri Dam is in our state in Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh in Uttarakhand. This time this is in Uttarakhand, and here is a different Nagarjun Sagar Dam. Okay, so everyone write these dam names in your copy and learn these dams names. Next is that is Hirakund Dam. That is very important. Look at here. Hirakund Dam built on the river. Which river? That is Mahanadi, and it is the longest dam. Two dams, all of you remember that. The highest dam in the world, that is Bhakra Nagar Dam, and the longest dam in the world, that is Hirakund. And which river they are made it? All of you remember it. This is the most important thing. Okay, so everyone underline these things in your book. Okay. The Hirakund Dam is built on the Mahanadi. It is the longest dam in the world. And the Tungabhadra Dam, this is made in river Tungabhadra river. Okay. And Nagarjun Dam in Karnataka. And Hirakund Dam is in which state? That is Odisha. That is Odisha. Here is not is Odisha. So everyone mention now here is Odisha also. Okay, then move to the next page. The Tehri Dam in Uttar Pradesh is presently the highest dam of India. Last, the Damodar Valley project on the river of Damodar or in Bengal has built on the check of floods, and it is very helpful. These dams are very helpful for controlling the floods, to irrigate the fields and to produce the electricity and some different purposes. Last point is from this chapter, that is water conservation. Water conservation. This is the last point. Water conservation. What is the meaning of water conservation? It means to save the water, because water is very precious for us. We cannot make it. So it is very precious to us. Without it, our life is not possible. So we should conserve it. We should save it. Okay. Which type of step we have to do now to conserve it? First is planting more trees. First is planting more trees. Then second is rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting. First point is, it means what we should now? Planting more and more trees, because plants and trees and forest help to attracting rainfall, and forest prevent the soil erosion. In previous chapter I told you. That's why we should planting more and more trees. Then second point is rainwater harvesting. It means we should collect the rainwater in tanks and underground storage. Okay, we should collect the rainwater And if we are doing now this type of things, we conserve the water, because this is very precious to us. Without it, our life is not possible. Okay, students, hopefully all of you understand now all things. So everyone read this chapter very carefully 2 times. In next class, we will discuss about the book exercise from this chapter. Okay.